guys should just see a countdown timer. Thank you. I needed to hear that, so I know it's working.
That is so cute. I'm just happy able to do that.
I'm so happy it's working.
That countdown is so cute.
Thank you. Gives us time. It's going to phase us in 14 seconds to start showing our faces. I don't know. Does what it wants.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, and we are live. Hello to everyone. For some reason, we got two Elizabeths. Let me just correct that. We love Elizabeth.
Why?
But we definitely need just one. This is real life.
Is it two still?
Let's see here.
Well, I guess you have double of them.
Can you see that? Can you see that you're on there twice?
No! Oh my gosh, why?
It's okay.
That is so weird.
Actually, it's taking the place of Dennis, which is funny, but it's okay. We'll give it time to catch up, so we'll just cut that one in transition. It will catch up. I just want to say hello and welcome, and thanks for tuning in to another Money Monday. Hello to everybody who's joining us. You know, the first thing we got to do is check the sound quality because we've been having all the issues. Hello, a huge hello to everyone who's joined.
Sorry.
Hi, Elizabeth from Let's Talk Financials. Let's go ahead and get you on the screen and saying hello.
Hello everyone. My name is Elizabeth from Let's Talk Financials. I'm basically mastering personal finance to guide you on your path to financial freedom. That's just of what I do, talking all things, you know, emergency fund, savings, budgeting, sometimes credit score. Slowly getting into that, so
I love it.
That's basically what I do.
Yes. And Elizabeth, just one time, please let everybody know what your handle is one more time. Your Instagram, your YouTube. Tell them how to find you.
Oh yeah. I made it super simple. It is all Let's Talk Financials. And then that's it. Same thing for my Instagram, my YouTube, my Gmail account. All the same. I like to keep it nice and simple.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Asia, for letting me know there's no feedback. This might be a winner. We finally, it took for Elizabeth to come on for us to have good sound.
It was meant to happen.
Well, we're going to get right into it, Elizabeth, because we don't want to waste your time. We know you've got some other things lined up right after this live.
Oh, I am glad to be here.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to let you just take the floor, and she's going to share some tips and tricks to help pay off debt faster. So go ahead, Elizabeth. What do you have for us?
Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start with like the biggest thing for me was the grocery tips. Oh my goodness, you know, we go into the store, we're like, okay, we have our list in hand, we have our determination, and getting ready to go into the store and saying like, hey, we're gonna stick to this budget, nothing else is gonna change it. I'm focused, right? And whenever you get into the store, you know, in the beginning, you're like, yeah, you know, I got this, get you a few items here and there. And then about halfway through the store, you start to get hungry, you start to get comfortable, and then the whole budget and everything just flies out the window. So some of the tips that I have for that One is eat before you go. Two is to meal plan, check what ingredients and things like that you have in your house, and using those ingredients first before you go and buy everything else. And then also, don't do recipes that call for you to buy 15 other ingredients at the store. We want quick, easy, simple, you guys.
Because we don't want to be in the hour for a kitchen in the kitchen for an hour as well.
I love it.
We don't have time for that.
I love it. I love it. I hope you guys are taking notes. These are crucial. One thing that I know for sure is that eating before you leave out is so crucial.
Yes. And then even like while you're in the store, there's a few other tips that I actually have on my Instagram story called Grocery Tips. Checking this date out, especially when it comes to like milk, bread, and eggs. You want to stretch those out, you guys. And then also going ahead and avoiding those clearance aisles. I know it can be very tempting, but just avoiding them altogether until they go, like the seasonal aisles, until they officially go on clearance to where it's like rock bottom prices, really. And you're like, give yourself at least 24 hours for every $50 spent. That's typically what I do, especially when it comes to larger purchases. I actually have all these videos on my YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. And just a few other things that you can do. Every 6 months, especially with your variable expenses, you want to go ahead and call around like your electric company, your phone bill, your car insurance, and if you're a student, taking advantage of those discounts that are offered to you that you may not even know you have. So just things like that, it can really add up, and it can save you a lot of money over the course of a year.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much. So you know what? I do have the questions that we have just to fall back on. So why don't I start at the very beginning? How long have you been a money coach, Elizabeth, and what inspired you to do that?
Oh my gosh, it's so funny because I actually started to become a money coach at the beginning of the year, but I've always been on my debt-free journey, and I've always known about Dave Ramsey, Chris Hogan, the whole Ramsey personality team. That didn't stop me from going into debt, unfortunately. You live and you learn, and you're like, oh, I'm going to get this credit card, I'm going to be responsible with it, and then you get approved for another one, and then it just starts this cycle. Then you're like, oh man, hold on, I have to pay these back. And then it's so funny because majority of my debt was my car. So I started off with $44,000, and 33 of that is my car. Luckily now I only have just under $8,000 left on that.
Okay.
So as far as total debt goes, I have about 12,000 and something.
You are on your way.
I've been really pushing it this year though.
So your goal is to knock out that last 12,000 by the end of the year.
Indeed.
So you can be starting
I don't want it holding me back anymore because that's money I can use to invest and for other things that I'm wanting to do.
I love it. Congrats in advance. So now that you've shared some of your best tips, you're welcome. Now that you've shared some of your best tips to pay off debt quicker, here's another question. What should you do if you fall off and stop making progress in your debt-free journey?
Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna lie. In the beginning, I had that all or nothing attitude, and it cost me. It really did. All the interest that I paid in that time period where I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. I messed up, in my budget or something like that caused you to stop. My biggest key point and tip to tell you is just to keep going anyway, because any small amount of progress is still leading up to your goal. So never stop.
I love it. Thank you so much. Share, you guys, in the comments if you guys are currently on your debt-free journey, if you're experiencing any trouble, if you have any questions for Elizabeth. Now's the time to drop them in the comments below. This is a money coach. This is a paid service, and she is dropping gems for free, y'all. So, and get those questions answered. I'm going to go on with my next question. I have a few more because I need help in these areas. So how do I know what I should pay off first?
That is a really good question. I mean, it depends which method you want to go with first. You either have the snowball method, which is going ahead and paying your smallest debts first, rolling that money into debts, this gets you kind of motivated, and it's that short-term satisfaction, but you're still making a bunch of progress while you're doing it, and you're knocking out all that debt. Even though it's going to take you a little bit longer, it's definitely worth it. Especially, like I said, for those who need that short-term gratification.
Yeah,
I'm definitely one of those people. I'm like, I need to stay motivated at all times. So I'm definitely doing the debt snowball. But if you want to go ahead and pay it off sooner, then you would go ahead and do the debt avalanche, which basically means you start off paying the higher interest rates on whatever debt that you have first, and then going down to the smallest. That saves you a bunch of money on interest, but if you're looking for that, like I said, that short-term gratification, like, you're not going to get it there.
Okay.
So that's why I definitely recommend those debt snowball.
Oh, I'm so happy. Everybody says that the sound is good. There was a little feedback, but it cleared up, and they're subscribing to your channel. So hopefully Eva's my moderator today.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys.
Eva's my moderator today, so she's going to drop a message in the chat box that I had just texted her, which has all the links for use to make sure they can connect to you. Okay, we've got a couple questions coming in from the viewers. So, Co says she's on her journey. Go ahead, girl. And Shelly says, now Shelly was the person that I interviewed in my last budgeting video. She says, do you rent or own, or do you plan to own with no debt?
Actually, that's a very good question. It's kind of both. So I'm actually renting to own right now, but at the end of the year, I'm fixing my credit score right now to going ahead and purchasing the house that I'm currently in.
I love it.
So it's a little bit of both.
Because we have folks I know. Chi-Chi's in the house. They just were able to purchase their first home, and they're debt free. So I am just so inspired by people that are able to be patient enough and wait for it, and be able to dive into a new home without the burden of a whole lot of debt, or maybe it's just their only debt. So that's a good question. Thank you, Shelly.
Indeed.
Thank you for the question.
And next up, here's the next question. What do I do if the people I live with aren't on board?
Oh my goodness, you guys. Well, I'm gonna break it down to two scenarios here. So now, if they have nothing to do with your finances, you guys just go for it anyway, because at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you are taken care of. If you're trying to get out of debt, don't put it off just because someone else doesn't agree with it, because those are going to be the very same people that turn around and ask you how you did it, and then they want to know exactly what you did. You know what I mean? So don't worry about those people. I'm telling you, it's happening for me right now. Family are like, oh no, you can never be debt free. Like, that's impossible. Well, I'm working on it right now.
I love the doubters. They kind of fuel you even more.
Yes, indeed.
I love it.
Indeed.
And hello to everyone who has joined since my last hey y'all. Hi Cool Blue. Hi Micah. He woke up. Shelly has one more question that kind of piggybacked off her original question. She said, where did you find rent to own homes?
So I found mine through a family friend, actually.
Nice.
So mine was definitely a circumstance, because we've had homes that were already rented out through my family already. So that's kind of how that ended up coming about.
So you just had a connection.
Sometimes it's about who you know.
And isn't that so true, that the world we live in is kind of a who you know type world? Like, you're able to get certain jobs, you're able to have access to certain options, so it's good. That's why I love talking about money and throwing our finances out there, because you learn so much by sharing your story and sharing your information, and your story could help somebody else have the confidence to start their journey.
Indeed.
So it's a win. It's a win.
I completely agree.
Here's the next question. You already touched on it. I actually found her. I can't remember if you found me or I found you, but I love her Instagram because she posts a lot of meal prep. So guys, if you are suffering in this category, and your grocery bill and your takeout bill is ridiculous every month, follow her IG for inspiration. I noticed that on Sundays you do meal prep. So what does and prep really involve?
I mean, it's just basically utilizing everything that you have. I actually did a story on Sunday, and it was just like, do you use every part of your fruits and vegetables? And I think 75% said yes and 25% said no. And I'm like, man, because for my example, I use celery. I'm like, I don't really use the leaves for anything, or the bottom stems. I'm like, I just use the hearts. But I'm like, I'm not gonna pay all this extra money just to get the hearts, because it's like $1 or so more. Exactly. I'm like, no, I'd rather just cut it myself.
That is so true. It does.
But yeah, it's just, but yeah, meal prepping definitely, you just got to use what you have. It definitely saves you a lot of money. You get to try out new recipes, whether it's good or not. I mean, you could always improvise, but at least you tried.
Exactly. We've all meal prepped something that's been horrible. We always talk about our wins, but I love throwing in a few losses as well. So I made a huge meal last week. It was like all this gravy, because we have this 25-pound bag of flour, and I'm like, we can use this flour, this gravy on multiple dishes. So I'm just going to make a lot of it. It was so disgusting. The gravy came out so horrible. It tasted
but at least you tried and utilized your resources.
Exactly. I don't feel bad for going to shopping.
Technically, it didn't go to waste.
But I thank you for those sound points about meal prep and meal planning. So let's move on to my last question.
Oh, actually, I do have another little tip for you guys. If you're having trouble coming up with a recipe with the ingredients that you have, there's two websites that you can use. You can use Tasty. You can just click all the ingredients that you have, and then a recipe will come out of nowhere, preferably 5-star, because we need the 5-star, you guys. 4.5, but anyway. Or you can go to all recipes and you can do the same thing for free. See, I don't know if you've seen it, but I actually have a smart fridge that comes up with meal plans for me, because I have to input all the expiration dates and things like that. So that definitely saves me some time.
Okay, I gotta look for that.
Yes, I got it on sale.
Because that is hot.
But for anybody else, I did get it on sale. Oh my god.
I love it. I love it. See, these are the gems, you guys. I love it. Thank you for sharing. And another app came to mind when you started naming apps, because everybody loves Tasty. They're amazing. And there's this app called Yumly. Have you heard of that one? Same idea. You plug in your ingredients.
I have. I'm not sure. They may have that feature as well. I'll just have to double check.
Because I feel like it was a feature they used to have where I was looking for it before, but now I don't see it as often. So, but I do like. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I'm looking in the Skype camera. Let me put you up high near the main webcam. I'm looking down. But that Yumly app is a lifesaver, because I don't cook very well, and I hit that 5 ingredients or less button all day, and it comes through with some bomb recipes. Let me catch up in the comments. Riri said that she's on her journey also. She only has her car note left. She's paid her credit cards and then student loans, and those hurt.
It always hurts. Oh my, student loans are the worst. Luckily, I did not have to have any student loans, you guys, but I've heard they have been nightmares for people's lives.
I feel like student loans are the worst type of debt to have, because first of all, who doesn't want to go to school? Who doesn't want to better themselves, And that's why I always look at other countries like Canada who have, free this and free that. And I'm like, man, I wish maybe I should just move there. No. but thank you.
Each country has, the pros and cons.
True. So that's true. Because Canada's cold at the end of the day.
Even, in Europe they have free healthcare, but have you seen their healthcare system? It's not too great. Even though it's free, you get what you pay for.
I love it. See, those.
So you gotta be careful.
I love it. You're so right about that. Now let me dive into my next question for you. Now this is for a couple people in the room. What if I'm already debt free? What can I do to stay that way?
Definitely first things first, either build your emergency fund if you haven't already. That is so essential, because that's probably one of the leading causes of people to go into debt to begin with. Having 3 to 6 months minimum, and then once you do that, you can go ahead and start investing either in your 401k or getting with a financial advisor to select different mutual funds and index funds and things like that for you. But yeah, just just pretty much that. But if you have both of those covered, you know, if you have a child, go ahead and start saving for their education, because, you know, college is getting expensive, you guys, and they're going to be coming to you when they're 18, like, hey, mom or dad, you know, hey, how am I going to pay for this schooling? You know, like, I want to do this. So you want to be able to help them out in some way.
Exactly.
And then after that, you know, just paying off your house or saving for a down payment on a house if you're in that stage. And then last thing is just, you know, tithing and be able to give generously.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. I realize Eva never posted your handles, and I'm trying to get her to post it inside of the live chat now. Okay.
No worries.
Oh, do you guys see it? Do you guys see her Instagram handle and her YouTube handle? If not, as soon as this video is uploaded, I will add it in the description below. All right, guys, I'm out of questions for Elizabeth. I'm trying to think if there's any last minute questions we have. I appreciate you coming on live today. You did not have to do this, especially since we just connected like what, a week or two ago.
I know. Oh my god, I love doing things like this.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, I enjoy helping people. So
thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You are welcome to stay. You are welcome to leave. You let me know. But I am going to do just get a couple things out the way. First off, you notice I'm wearing this head wrap. I always tell support small businesses. If you're interested in her information, I will also have that listed in the description below. Head Wraps by Naj. She's a very small business based out of the East Coast. If you would like to hear more about her information, it'll be below. Next up, I just want to do a couple shout outs. The first one to join the live. Let's scroll all the way up and see who was the first one here, because I love to thank them for coming. Oh, it's Desiree, the typical budget, our special guest from last week. She was the first one that shows as joining. So thank you so much, Desiree, for coming back for more. I appreciate you. And don't forget, guys, the giveaway is closed. We are announcing the winner today in the next few minutes. And funny thing, the winner is here. So it's one of you guys. So I can't wait to let you know who that is. Next up, I just want to give a special thank you for high engagement to the Long Runs channel. Joel and Christy are awesome. They're super supportive, and I really appreciate them for always watching my content and always joining our live. They're not on today because they are in the process of moving, and if you want to see a whole moving vlog, because I'm sure they're going to share it, feel free to check out their channel, which is called The Long Run. It's kind of hard to find it on YouTube because there's a lot of stuff called The Long Run, but I will have their link in the description below too. Next up, I just want to give a shout out to all of my new subscribers. We welcomed over 200 people in the last 2 months, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. It does not go unnoticed, and I want to make sure that I'm saying my thank yous to everyone. I also want to say thank you to my friends and family who always join my lives and support me. I appreciate you guys, and we are up to almost 20 people right now, so I'm ecstatic. I'm so grateful, so thank you. So thank you guys. Next up, it's June 1st, ready or not, and to stay excited about a new month, I would like to start a savings challenge. Now I'm going to be doing a couple of collabs with a couple different ladies. Elizabeth, you're more than welcome, and Elizabeth is throwing her screen up.
Oh, I am all for the savings challenges.
I don't know if you guys can see it yet. Okay, girls, I can see that Elizabeth has thrown her YouTube channel screen up, so hopefully it will catch up. Right now it's a little behind, but you guys can find her easily with this screenshot. I love it. But the savings challenge
thank you.
You're welcome. The savings challenge that I'm doing right now is the $5 savings challenge that Kiara Ari has invited me to join and do. So you guys are more than welcome. Basically, every time a $5 bill comes in your wallet, you don't spend it. You put it in a jar, you put it to the side, and at the end of the month, you count it all up and you decide, are you going to use it to pay off debt? Are you going to use it to invest? Are you going to save it? Or are you going to use it to buy one thing that you've always wanted? But whatever it is between you and your money. The goal is just to save it. And this is inspiring cash purchases, guys. Instead of swiping that credit card, we are swiping dollar bills now. So if at all, if you guys are interested,
yes, ma'am.
Right. If you guys are interested, use hashtag June $5 challenge on your Instagram and let us know you want to join in on the fun. I'm also always doing my 52-week challenge. That's a year-long challenge. If you guys are interested and want to know more information, let me know about that too. Last challenge is the Spend 50 challenge. Now, Elizabeth, I know, is interested in this one. She said she would jump in. You want to explain what it is then, Elizabeth?
One more time.
I was going to say, if you want to explain what the Spend 50 challenge is, you can.
To my understanding, since this is my first one, it's basically just spending $50 on items that you're already going to purchase anywhere.
That's absolutely right.
All right,
Look at you.
I'm the winner.
Look at you. See, the goal is not to go and stockpile. The goal is, here's my shopping list. Can I stay within the $50 budget? And sometimes I think we just give ourselves a little too much freedom when we walk in the grocery store. Just because we have $100 to spend, do we have to? Like, do we need to buy that brand name item, or can we buy the store brand to save a couple dollars? Now, of course, if you're used to premium brands, that's your thing. But if you're looking to just challenge yourself to spend a little less this month, I invite you to do the Spend 50 challenge. I have surprised myself. My bills have been between $50 and $60 each time I go to the store, which is wild. This is like new behavior for me. So outside of our huge grocery
market. Oh my!
Right?
I wish.
And it's just being more conscious, you know, of that, just having it at the front of your head, like, okay, $50 is my max. Once I get there, that's it. So we got one more question from Shelly again. She says, how often, Elizabeth, do you look at your finances?
Okay, so I actually look at my finances weekly just to make sure I'm on track, because I do get paid weekly. So it definitely, if I don't check it within a week, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, something's not right.
Exactly.
You know, I missed a payment somewhere. So I have to make sure that I'm always checking on a weekly basis.
I love it.
But I create a monthly budget in the beginning of the month in my little budget planner. So actually, I feel like I should do one of those videos. Oh my gosh, I find it so satisfying watching this.
Yes, and they keep you motivated. Chi says she absolutely loves your idea of saving for your child. And that's something that I instilled. And that comes as a generational thing, because I feel like those are habits that we have to start creating and start forming on our own, because the generations before us were too busy feeding us and making sure that we were making sure we were okay. Let me bring in Dennis before I move on to our next phase. Dennis is awesome. He's helping us out with our trivia today, guys. If I can make this work, we're going to be in for a special treat.
This is exciting.
I know, right? You're a part of history, Elizabeth, if I pull this off.
Yes, I'm glad to be here.
I really appreciate y'all, and it helps keep the nerves down.
Take it away, Dennis.
When you got somebody else here. Okay, so there's a delay. I've added him, so hopefully you guys see him pop up in the next minute or two. But yes, I challenge you guys to try and just look at your money and look at your grocery bill and see if you can find the sweet spot. All right, there's Dennis. Thank you so much, Dennis. Everybody say, hey, Dennis.
Hello there.
Let me know how Dennis's sound quality is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be great, but just in case I mess something up.
It sounds good.
Dennis is helping us out with our finance trivia today. Now, of course, I love that we do our weekly trivia together, but this time I wanted to up the ante. And so, Dennis, whenever you're ready, you can share your screen, and I'm gonna have you take over as the main screen. Our faces will be out of the way because I want you guys to be able to see the questions.
Woohoo!
Check this out. See, Elizabeth gets to see it first.
That's cute.
Before everybody else. She sees it already.
Oh my gosh.
Now, Dennis says he shared a video. Is that right, Dennis?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
I don't know.
No.
Let me see here. How can we get that what Elizabeth sees to show in your screen? Hold tight, guys. We're gonna figure this out. So right now I'm looking at Dennis's screen. How do I get that to show? Worst case scenario, I will make it my screen. If we have to. Because right now it's showing just you, Dennis. But when I go in the Skype call, I can see the board.
Yeah, I can kind of see
everybody.
You got it good, girl.
I know. What y'all are talking about? I'm gonna go
You can see everything. Let me see here. I know there's a way I can.
I thought we were on the same page.
Compatible with most modern programs. I'm just gonna do a video capture. No, that's not what it's called. A media source.
Like a screenshot?
Oh, okay. They said we've got some echoing from Dennis. Are you using headphones by any chance, Dennis? Because I noticed.
No.
Okay, because that's what does it. We found out we can't use headphones. Okay. I'm going to capture my monitor. You guys will get to see what I'm looking at and make it roll. Dennis Jeopardy is what we'll call it. And this is going to be looking kind of wonky. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Let's see if this works. You guys tell me. I'm literally we're going for it here. How does that look? You guys will be able to tell me in a few minutes. Well, in maybe like 1 minute. What does that button do? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, while we wait for it to catch up, you guys just stop me from talking. Oh, Eva says she can see it. Can you guys see that on screen? I won't be able to see any comments. Eva will have to. Eva, can I see the screen? Can I see the chat box?
All right. Not saying anything yet. There's still a delay.
Okay. So basically, what we have here, guys, is Jeopardy trivia. And we have 3 categories. The first one is basics. The second one is savings. The third is credit versus debit. You guys are free to choose whatever category you want. It's every man for themselves. And basically, how you get to basically we're gonna. Oh, hey, Deanna joined. Simply Carla joined. Oh, thank you guys. It says it's not centered. Okay, so how can I make sure it's centered? Can you guys see the 3 categories at all?
No.
Not the whole thing is showing. Well, there goes that plan. Let's see here. How about if we just stretch it? This is fun stuff.
This board is so cute. Oh my gosh.
Right? How about that? Dennis changed the view. How does that look, guys? Desiree,
still not showing up.
Okay. Desiree, just know that you're first. If you're still in the room, you're first. You're going to start us off by choosing a category and a number because you were the first one to join our live. So whenever you're ready, drop where you want to start. Oh, Co and Asia said you can only see the basics. Hey, Tanisha, she said, look at Rochelle, YouTube breaking ground. Yeah, I don't know if is that what we're calling this? this whatever this is that's going on. I'm just trying to mix it up and have fun. If we keep money fun, it won't be such a burden, you know? That's all.
Yes, ma'am. Oh my gosh, I completely agree with that statement.
Dennis, you took out your headphones, right? Okay, that could be me.
I was wearing it.
You said what, Dennis?
I wasn't wearing any headphones.
Okay, let me mute one of your microphones and see if that helps. All right, guys, we're going to get right into it. Hopefully Desiree is still on to choose a category. She might have left. So, you know what, Tanisha, since you're talking, go ahead and start us off with the category. If you guys want to chime in, just post a hand emoji. And whoever's hand emoji goes up first gets to choose the answer. We're going to aim for 3 questions because that's all we have time for. It's already 1:40 p.m. Well, my time, so that means it's like 6:40 p.m. Okay, Desiree is still here. So, Desiree, we're just going to choose basics then until we get this figured out. I'm looking at you guys' screen. It does look bad. My goodness, Rochelle.
So we're going to do basics for 100.
Okay, so the categories are basics, savings, credit versus debit. And so we'll just start off with basic 100. I'm still working on screen here. It's so crazy because I've done this a million times and it's worked fine. I wonder if I could try switching it back over. Dennis, can you read the question for us? At least they have that.
Sure thing. The question for basics for 100 is assets minus liabilities.
Ooh.
Right? If you guys been listening to Elizabeth, then you will know the answer. So let me see those hands.
This is like
assets minus liabilities.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, what'd you say, Elizabeth?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said this.
I said this is my happy place right now. I'm like excited for you guys.
Thank you so much. It just sucks because this is like so much work that we put into it behind. Oh, ooh, look at what's happening here. Is this you, Dennis?
Fancy.
This is me.
Thank
yes.
you. Take over.
See,
Okay,
hopefully this
Tanisha, your
works.
hand is up, so you go first. What's your answer? Assets minus liabilities. Ooh, that's perfect. We can see it now, Dennis. Should I go full screen to make it bigger or leave it alone? Let's leave it alone. Like, let's not. Tanisha's got. Oh, Chi-Chi just cut in front of all of y'all and said fund balance. Well, you know we playing Jeopardy. So Jeopardy, you have to say what is or who is or where is. So now, oh, there's Tanisha.
Ooh,
There's Tanisha chiming in with our answer. Thank you so much. That is correct. Tanisha has $100. We're using the honor system. Y'all got to keep up with your own responses. Let's quickly move on. Tanisha, you make the next choice. Oh, Dennis, let's show the answer.
Yep, it should be on screen.
Oh, Tanisha, you didn't say what is. Oh, you got it in just in time before Corinne said it.
Oh my God, it's so exciting.
There's the answer. Now, of course, my answers don't say what is because I forgot to type it. But you guys get the gist. All right, Tanisha, let us know. Shelly said, what is the quality of your income? Net worth, baby. Net worth. Elizabeth talked about 3 of the questions, so I'm hoping you guys get to see the other 2 questions before we have to end it.
This was totally unintentional, by the way.
Well, we have not talked. I didn't even tell her that. I didn't even tell her. Like, that's what's so funny. All right, Tanisha, what number do you want now? Can you see the screen now? The categories are basics, savings, and credit versus debit. Oh, Tanisha says credit versus debit for 200.
The question is,
they can see it now,
interest
Dennis.
rate credit cards charged on unpaid balances.
Come on, catch up screen. So the question is the interest rate credit cards charged on unpaid balances. Yeah, Tanisha, you got your $100 because you corrected yourself right before Co did. Co was on your back, though. She was going to swoop in and steal your answer. Okay, so Type those responses in. You can just type your response in first. You don't have to put your hand up. You can just type in your response. Cole said, "What is too much?" We're not doing negative negative points. Otherwise, you'd be minus.
That's right.
Thank you, Cool Blue. What is APR? Okay, so that is absolutely correct. The interest rate credit cards charge on unpaid balances is your annual percentage rate, or APR. 100 points to you, Cool Blue. Go ahead, girl. You are up next. Choose your next category. Tanisha's guessing. Tanisha, you were right. It's just the Cool Blue said it first. She beat you to the punch.
As long as you're right, that's all that matters.
Oh, Desiree said APR too. See? You guys know. We're just waiting for Cool Blue to choose what her question is. Up to you, boo. Don't forget to hit the like button too, guys. I see 17 people watching. Click that like button. Everybody pause. Freeze. And hit the like button. Help your girl out. Okay, so Cool Blue chose savings for 300, Dennis. Thank you so much, Dennis, for doing this too.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Okay.
The amount you earn from the balance of your savings account.
Sorry, I cut you off, Dennis. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Read it again for us, Dennis. Sorry, I cut you off.
Okay, it's the amount you earn from the balance of your savings account.
Man,
y'all make me want to put my hand up in real life. Okay,
Elizabeth is like, I want to play. This is, make sure I'm looking at the right answer. Savings for 300. This is so perfect that you guys chose this, that Cool Blue chose this question right after the previous one, right, Elizabeth? I was yesterday years old when I realized the similarity. Cool Blue answered her own question. APY. You are absolutely correct, and you are on a roll, girlfriend. The answer is annual percentage yield. So, guys, how old were you when you realized that APR and APY are not the same thing? Choose your next category.
In my economics class.
Right? Exactly.
I'm like, what do you mean? It's not the same.
Since Cool Blue was on a roll, we got to do one more, and then we're going to do the final Jeopardy, and then we got out of here. Look at you guys. What is interest rate? What is dividend? Close but no cigar. Choose one more for us, Cool Blue. I'm loving the responses. Oh, she said she works for a bank. You should not have told us.
Oh my God.
But you know what? I know plenty of people who work in a bank that don't know these answers. So, okay. Oh, she's going big. Savings for 500.
Woo.
All right. Here is your question.
Hey, Chef. Hey, girlfriend. We over here playing Finance Jeopardy. We're trying to mix it up and make this more fun. Next week, I might have some music. Go ahead, Dennis.
Ooh.
This savings account is guaranteed to pay interest as long as you promise not to touch it for years, and you have to buy it first.
That was savings for 500. I gotta scroll to the answer. Tanisha's so funny. She said Cool Blue has a cheat sheet. Oh, look at Shelly chiming right in saying, what is a CD? Ding, 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 ding. That is the correct answer. A certificate of deposit can make you loads of money, guys, but you gotta pay for it first. You gotta buy it, you know? So it's kind of a spend money to make money thing. Right, Elizabeth?
Hey, we're all for it.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for playing. Now we're gonna move to our final round. Now, I don't know, is this loaded in the game, Dennis, the final Jeopardy question? Or do I just ask?
It's not on this.
Okay.
Yeah, you would do that.
Okay, so guys, I have one final Jeopardy. You guys can enter your wagers now before I ask the question. I'm proud of myself for remembering to do that. Oh, thank you, Dennis, for putting her YouTube back up there. See, this is what I'm talking about.
You're so sweet.
And everybody go follow Dennis Vice too. Dennis also has a couple YouTube channels because he's a videographer and stuff.
Ooh,
hey, Tech Destroyers. Oh, so glad you guys are joining. Don't forget to hit the like button. Let me know. Let me know if y'all hit the like button, and let me know you guys wagers real quick in the comments below. How much are you wagering for the last Jeopardy question for today? Tanisha says she's wagering 100. That's all she has. Because we don't do loans here, okay?
Put your credit cards away.
I love it. Now, Shelly, I think Shelly has 500. Cool Blue should have at least 300. So how much are you two wagering? Because you two were the ones who answered. Shelly, I see what you did there. She only wagered 200. She's playing it safe, Cool Blue. Look, Cool Blue going for it. 300. Tanisha is a mess. Okay, wagers are up. I'm going in with the answer. I'm sorry, with the final Jeopardy question, which is, name the 3 major credit bureaus. I gave y'all an easy one today. It won't be this easy next week. Cole says she's minus 1,000. Hilarious.
Oh, no.
Aloha. Micah coming in as all his multiple personalities. This is second. Tanisha says they about to rob you, Cool Blue. Hold on to your money, girl. Are we gonna give it another 10 seconds? Because it's a lot of words to type. Oh, thank you, Dennis. I need to get me one of those buttons. Go ahead, Tanisha. All that trash talking and you still got it in first. What is Equifax Transition and Experian? Now, should we let her slide, y'all, for her spell check? Elizabeth, we'll leave it up to you.
Did she meet? You know, she was just typing fast. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, she came in right behind and fixed it. TransUnion. Okay, we're gonna give it to Tanisha, y'all.
Oh yeah, she sure did.
What was Tanisha's wager? $100. So now you have $200, which still I don't think is enough to be the winner. Cool Blue,
correct?
Right, Elizabeth? Cool Blue gave the correct answer. She even capitalized the U in TransUnion. Okay.
Oh wow.
And her wager was for 300, so now she's up to 600. And then here comes Chi Chi, also 100% correct. Chi Chi, remind me how much money you had. And there's Shelly. Shelly gave all 3 also, and Shelly had wagered 200. So now y'all have to just y'all let me know how much money you guys have. I still think that Cool Blue is the winner because they had the most to jump. They had all the money. So next week y'all need to come ready. Study up, okay? Study up, because these are the 3 topics for next week again. Well, that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining in. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Elizabeth. This was mad fun.
Oh, this is awesome.
Next week we're gonna find the Jeopardy theme song, because Dennis we've played Jeopardy with Dennis before like this, and last time he had the background and everything, like you felt like you were on the set. So he don't play. But thank you guys for tuning in. Just remember, last week our goal was to check our credit score for free. So now that you have that information, now the next step is, well, Elizabeth, what do you think the next step should be? Last week, they were given homework to check their credit score so that they know what it is.
I guess the next step after checking your credit score is seeing what you can do to raise it. I mean, seeing what like the percentage of the your credit cards if you have them, seeing how you can lower those. You know, like I said earlier, using either the debt snowball or the debt avalanche, using one of those 2 methods. And just I know with Credit Karma, I get a lot of tips as well on how to lower my lower my credit score. I mean, increase my credit score for the next month. I'm like, I'm not trying to go down from here. I can only go up.
We're trying to go up. We're trying to go up.
I know. Oh my gosh. But yeah, just utilizing those tips and then, just knocking it out. At least having your credit cards at least 30%,
That's right.
As your utilization is below that.
Thank you so much. I just want to, last but not least, this is for real, the last thing, our wins of the week. You guys always let me know in the comments on Instagram, on YouTube, and text message about your wins. One person here in the chat was able to put their entire stimulus check away. One person saved $1,000. And of course, our girl Desiree, she's now debt-free. So thank you guys. I love it. Share these wins. It's motivating us. It's motivating us all to do what we can. So even if, it doesn't matter how much money you bring home, it's about how you spend it. If we can just be a little bit more responsible each time we get paid with our money, we can make those dollars count. Give that money a job, guys. You work, your money should work too.
Yes, ma'am.
Obama out, though. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to another Money Monday. We're here every week, y'all. Every week for Money Monday. Tune in. It's totally different times. What time is it for you, Elizabeth?
It is 6:56 over here.
Okay, so Elizabeth time zone, it starts at 6 p.m. For Dennis, what time would it start?
7.
7 p.m. for you, 1 o'clock for me, 4 o'clock for Cali, for Pacific. So any time zone you're in, let's meet up, let's join up, let's talk all things money. Thanks again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn those notifications on. Go follow Let's Talk Financials. Go follow Dennis Vice. I did not announce my winner. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Dennis. I cannot believe I almost forgot. Wait. Stop everything. Don't go anywhere. I cannot believe I did that. And he's so humble. He sent it to me by message. Okay, so the funniest thing about it all is that Chi-Chi was the last one to enter the giveaway, and she's the winner. That's the first thing. Chi-Chi is the winner, y'all. Thank you, Asia. Asia and Shelly both said it. Chi-Chi is here. She is the winner. She gets to decide whether she wants to get the cash envelopes. Turn them so you can see them.
Oh, those are priceless.
Right? I think if it was me, I would choose these. The other choice is a classic, actually this is the mini Happy Planner for the rest of 2020. It's all empty and ready for you to use for on the go.
Ooh, two great choices, but man, that planner, you can do a lot with
so Chi-Chi, you get to decide. Look at her posting the dances.
Chi-Chi, this is your decision.
I have two friends who always win everything they join. It's Chi-Chi and my other girlfriend, and I just think it's so hilarious because now she won my giveaway too. I'm not even surprised. But thank you so much to everyone who has been following me. I really appreciate you guys, and that's why I wanted to do this subscriber giveaway. Well, I'm out of here. Elizabeth is on to her next thing, so we gotta let her go. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right, bye, y'all. This was wonderful.
Bye. I don't even know how to end.